Hey, my beautiful creators, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to start this brand new series with you, Canva Tutorials for Beginners. So if you've ever wanted to design something amazing but felt overwhelmed by Canva, don't worry, I've got you covered. So in this series, we're going to take it step by step so that you can feel confident and creative using Canva. So even if you've never opened it before, today in part one, you will begin to feel comfortable. And we're starting with the basics. So you'll have a very solid foundation to build on. So if you are ready, grab a seat, grab your pen and paper, and let's get started. Are you ready? Let's go. So when you first open Canva, you're going to see a sort of a dashboard here, and you won't have any recent designs because you haven't created any designs yet. But as you start creating designs, they will appear here. Now, if you see on the dashboard, there's so many different things that you can create with Canva. You can create Instagram posts, Etsy shop covers, there are educational tools. There are the sheets, which is like similar to Microsoft Excel and Docs also, or Doc. This is also like Microsoft Word. Whiteboard is just like you're writing on a whiteboard in your office or something. Presentation is very much like PowerPoint. Social media, again, it's like the Instagram post, but there are other social media designs in here, Facebook, TikTok, and more. There's a photo editor. You can create videos. You can create print on demand items like t-shirts or the images for those t-shirts and things. And actually in Canva, they also have it where you can buy items from them. I've actually bought postcards from them and they were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then there's also the website and so many other tools that are inside of Canva. So just so many options, and you would never run out of things to create in Canva. One of the many fabulous things that I love about Canva is that no matter what you're designing, you don't have to start from scratch. You can start with templates. All right, my creators. So while we're still on the home page of Canva, all you'd have to do is click on templates right here. When you click on templates, you can just type in here whatever you're wanting to design. So let's say you're wanting to design an Instagram post. We would just type in Instagram post. Hit enter, or you can click on search for Instagram post. And all of these different posts come up. I don't even know how many there are, but they continue for quite some time. And remember, with a template, you are going to edit this. So you just want to choose any file that you want, whatever suits your fancy, and start designing. So let's just choose one and start designing from there. All right, let's click on, let's see, what do we want to do? Maybe we want to do an inspirational Instagram post. So let's find one. All right, let's choose this one, Stay Strong. So once we click on that, it's now going to give you the option to customize this template. So let's just click on Customize this template. Once we do that, the template is going to open up and we are going to be able to edit this template as we want. So let's say we want to change the words. You would just click right inside. These are called text boxes. So you would click right inside and you could change that. You can change the background. You can change it to whatever you want. Now I want to show you this position tab. If you click on the position tab, this actually shows you everything that is on this particular page. This is a workspace, okay? This is where you would do all of your designing within Canva, okay? Right here, this is the background. And if I highlight over it, you see on the right side, it says background. If you hover over this one, if you click on the three dots, it gives you the options of what you can do with any of these layers. These are all called layers, okay? So click on any one of them, click on the three dots, and you'll have the options that you can do with that particular layer. Every layer could be different. For instance, a background layer is different than a text layer, right? So when you click on background, you notice over here on the three dots, it's not a lot that you can do with that. Let's see. You have more options when you click on text because you can do more with text. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little background on this important positions tab. You can also animate any of your text at any time. You can change the text style by clicking in the font box. You can change the size by clicking in the font size box. You can change the color by clicking in the text color box, and so on and so on. You can also change how far you want your text to be, either the letter spacing or the line spacing. So for instance, if this box right here, and I'm going to move it up a little bit so you can see, if this is, let's type in the word always. Okay, so if this says always stay strong, this box right here, if we click on this advanced settings tab, you can change the line spacing. So watch this. It's going to move. Do you see that? Let me move it down some so you can see. It's going to move the lines further apart or closer together. All right. Now let me move it over back in the middle. Let me move this word down some. And let's see. I'm going to move this one. This is currently locked. So right here, if we click on that and click it again, that will unlock it. So let me move this out the way. So we click on here, click back on this advanced setting tab. If we move the letter spacing, you'll see it's moving the letters farther apart. But when I do that, if I don't widen this text box, they're going to appear strange. So if I widen the text box, the letters can go as wide as the text box. And if you don't have enough room in the text box, it's going to put the letters underneath. Okay? So you just move it to wherever you want it to be. Now, if you want to undo something, just click on the undo tab. Just keep clicking undo until it goes back to its original state. Keep clicking undo, and we'll do it again, do it again, do it again, and we keep doing it until it gets back to its original state. You can also redo. So if you decide, oh, I really like that, but I don't want to have to do the process again, you just click the redo button over here on the right hand side. So this one is undo and this one is redo. You can move text around anytime on any place on the workspace. So let me unlock this one again. Let me move this around. And you see, you can move your text however you want it or wherever you want it to be. Excuse me. So let's move this down. You can also lock anything that is on the workspace. You can do it two ways. You can go to position. You can click on the item or actually hover over where you see the three dots, and you can click on lock. Now you can lock it or you can lock the position only. Excuse me, let's choose lock position only. Okay, so we've locked, excuse me, we've locked the position of that. This is not locked. You can also lock the backgrounds if you want to as well. So let's lock this. And well, actually not the background. The background is actually locked because once you put it there, it's actually in the background. So you'd have to remove it. And you can click on the three dots here and you can detach the image from the background, or you could choose something else and bring it over to replace this background. Okay, so let's say we want to keep our text, but we want to change the text style. So let's choose the font box, and you'll see the different fonts open up over here on your left hand side. Now, what's important to know is that for you can use Canva for free, definitely, and especially to do something like Instagram posts or Facebook posts, you can definitely use the free version of Canva. They have a lot of free text that you can use. Now, what I want you to know is that some of the text that you see in here are or fonts that you see here are fonts that I have uploaded from Creative Fabrica. So when texts are uploaded, you can use those. However, if you don't have a paid version of Canva, I believe they have stopped it now where you can't upload fonts. Yeah. See this crown here? This is the uploaded fonts, and here's the crown. That means you can only upload fonts if you have a pro subscription. Okay. But Canva does have a lot of free fonts for you to use. So anything that's in Canva that you see that doesn't have a crown next to it, you are free to use. And they have some really nice text, so you don't have to buy any additional I keep saying text, it's font. You don't have to buy any additional fonts to upload to your Canva account. So let's say we wanted to make it like that. Okay, let's make this wide, a little wider. This S should go on the next line. Now, here's something to know. I want this font to be smaller, so I can do it in two ways. I can click on this font size box here, and I can decrease the font here by choosing the minus sign, or I can grab the corners of the box and move it in and out. And if you notice, the font size at the top is moving, it's changing. You see that? It's 223 right now. If I do this, it's 137. So let's move it here. Maybe I want this to stay the same, okay? But maybe I want to change the font color. So now let's click on the text color, or the text color, I'm sorry. So let's make this pink. Ooh, that's very bright, isn't it? That kind of hurts my eyes. Let's make it orange, maybe a duller orange. Ooh, that's not good. That's the same color. That doesn't work. Okay, we'll make it a soft pink. There we go. And let's say I want to make this one the same color as well. So while I'm in here, while I still have this text box open, this text color box open, when I click on this particular text box, I can just simply click on that same text or the same text color. And that's if you want that color. You might want it to be black. Whatever you want to do, you can do. Now, we are now on the background, okay? So we can access things, remember, in two ways. We can click on the position tab, and we can hover over the three buttons or the three dots here, or we can also right click. I actually like to use the position um, menu and click on layers, because that way you know exactly which layer you are removing. So let's say I'm going to detach from the background. But before we do that, let me show you something else. Let's duplicate this. And that's just when we start changing backgrounds and colors and things like that, you might want to just go back to your original without having to constantly use the undo button, okay? So let's go back up here, and we're going to play around with this one because we have our original intact, okay? So now with the layers tab open, I'm going to hover over the three buttons, and I'm going to detach from the background. Okay, so I can detach that. Now, maybe now you see the background is orange. Maybe I don't want that. Okay, so let's change that. So what we're going to do is we are going to go over to the left-hand side where all of your menus are, and we're going to click on Photos. Now, these are photos that are built within Canva. And I believe Canva owns the website Pixels, Pixels, where there are free videos and stock images that you can use. Now, keep in mind, you cannot put these on any documents or designs that you are going to sell. But if you are using them for personal use, you can definitely use them. So let's type in here backgrounds. It's going to come up with some different color backgrounds. So let's choose something. Let's choose this one. Now, if I just kind of hold down the mouse over it and move it over here, it'll just kind of pop into place. But that is not what we want because that color is really bad with the font. So we could either leave this here, and Canva now allows you to kind of change your background colors. You have the same, you can keep the same background design, but you can change the colors. So let's change this peach to another color. Let's make it dark pink. And you see it kind of change that around. Let's change this one to a purple. That font color is still bad. So let's make this font color something different. Let's make this black as well. Okay. Now, here we have this text here. Maybe we want to change this around. So I guess black would be the color that we need on here. Or some darker color. Okay. That's a little softer right here than this harsh black right here. So let's make it this black. Or it's really like a kind of gray, isn't it? Now let's undo that and leave that black. Okay, so you could type in here whatever you want. Now, the other thing that you could do, and I really don't like this background, I just want to put that out there, but it doesn't matter because I'm just, showing you what you can do. And again, this background was found by going into photos. Actually, I like this background right here better. I'm gonna do that. Now, here's the thing. Let me undo that. You see the color is originally like this, but because we had changed the background colors to something else, we had pink and things like that, it changed this background color as well. So I'm going to leave it like that. And maybe now we can make this font white or beige. Yeah, that's nice. Let's make it brown. I think black is still the best, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to leave that black. We're going to make that black. Now, here's another thing you can do with the background. And almost with any of the elements that you use in Canva, a lot of times you can change the transparency, which means you just make it a little lighter. Okay, you see how this is changing? Now, what's odd to me is like this is the darkest, right? But it says the transparency is 100. I would think that when you move the transparency down, it would be darker because there's less transparency. So I don't know. Maybe I'm backwards on that. But anyway, um, same thing with the background. If you click on here, you can change this transparency. So now it's just orange because that's what the original was. Remember? So if we click on position, you see the original background is orange, and we just laid something on top of what the background color is. Okay? So that's just a photo that we put on top of the background. Now, if we remove this background, now you can do that by clicking on the background and hitting your delete key. So with the delete key, it just deletes the background. You see that? So now this is more of a blue kind of color. And I think I like that better. All right, now down here, I'm going to make this bigger so you can see. It has, you can see the name Olivia Wilson. And if we scroll down to the original, it's down here. So now maybe you want this to be your name, right? So let me make this a little smaller again. So these are layers, remember? So I'm going to click on position. I'm going to go to my layers tab, which I'm on. It shows that this is on top of the text box here. We want this to be on top, but it's locked, right? It's locked. So we are just going to unlock it, which did we unlock it? No. So if we go back to the position tab, if we, let's see, did I lock it or unlock it? I think I unlocked it. I did. I unlocked it. No, it says it's locked. Okay. So let's unlock this. Lock. Unlock. Okay. So we've unlocked it, but we want it to be on top of this background. So right here, we're just going to hold down our mouse key and move it up over top of the page. So now we can see the name. But I want this to be black as well. So I'm going to change this to black. I'm also going to change the circle right here to black. I want this changed. Oh, is it grouped together? It might be grouped together. Let's see, why is this? Okay, so let me figure this out. Oh, right, sorry. Okay, here is the color for this little shape here. Right now it's white, and so we want to click on the color for that. We want to make it black. So that's at the top there, okay? That's what I love about Canva. Everything kind of has its own little menu. And also here, guys, you see this pink line in the middle? I'm going to increase it somewhat. So anytime you click on any element in Canva and you move it around, there are guides on the page. So that pink line going down, the vertical line, is showing you that that is the middle of the page. Okay. Now, if I take the same box and move it up, at some point you're going to see a line in the middle. Let me make this smaller. Okay, let's move this up, and it's showing you where it is. And you want to determine where the middle is. That looks like it's about the middle. So this is right kind of either in the middle or over. I think that is over the middle. Okay, there we go. Now it's showing you it's in the middle both horizontally and vertically. But we don't want that. We're going to push this back down. I just wanted to show you that. So let's put this back in the middle. And let me tell you something about text boxes. One thing about text boxes you can do, take the edge of each text box and go to the end of the page and use this alignment box to align your text. That way, you know if the text is in the middle, on the right, or on the left. Okay. So same with this one. Let's just move the text box all the way to the left. And that's just a little tip. Okay. So now it's on the left. Now it's on the right. And now it's in the center. And you could do the same with this. Because as you move this out, it's going to get larger. Now let's center it. Now, the thing about large text boxes like this, meaning that they're across the page, the text kind of flows with the box, okay? So even though we have our text box wide like this, we don't want all of this text to be across the page. So because I have it centered, wherever I click, it's going to center all of that text again. So that's the great thing about that. So you can play around with the text however you want to. All right, let's move this up and let's click in here. And this is the Joy Art Club. So we're just going to type in JAC. So always stay strong. Now, let me show you how you can actually animate your text as well. Let's click on the animate right here, and then we're going to animate some text. All right, my creators. So with the text box, any of them, um, let me make this a little bigger. So with any of the text boxes highlighted or selected, we're just going to choose animate. And when you choose animate, on the left-hand side, you see a lot of different animation styles. Whenever you kind of move your mouse over one of them, it gives you a preview of how that text is going to look on your post. Okay? So you could do spread, clarify, skate, and that's not all. You could come down here. You could do tumble if you wanted to tumble, or tectonic, drift, pop, whatever you want to do, white, blur, whatever you want to do. So many different ways. You can rotate, flicker, pulse, wiggle. And these down here are actually add-on effects, meaning if you choose one of these, let's choose stump, and we just want to do it when it enters, because you can do it on enter or exit or both. Okay. But in addition to any of these, you can also choose one of the add-on effects, which means that, and this is nice because sometimes maybe it does a stump and then you just want to kind of highlight it a little more. So it's now going to pulse or flicker or something like that. So let's choose pulse. And of course, if you want to remove the animation, you would remove it. And clear animations would be, it would clear the add-on effects as well as the original effect. Okay. So let's just leave that like that. Now, and if you want to, change whatever is in here, and I would advise that you do, put whatever you want in here. Always stay strong. Never stop going, and never let anyone determine your future. Let's go to a new line. It belongs to you. Okay. All right. So now it's our own words. Okay. So here's some other things that you can do. You can go to elements. And again, with Canva, anything with a crown on it means that it's for paid subscribers only. Okay. So let's go to elements and let's type in Bokia, because I maybe want to kind of put something over top of the page a little bit. It's already, um, glittery, but I'm extra. What can I say? Okay, so maybe I want to add that Bokia on there a little bit. I can make it wider if I want. When you add something on top of your page, you want to be careful not to add it all the way to the ends on every side, because sometimes it will replace the background. Okay, so let's just leave that like that. So now we have our new Instagram post that we created from a Canva template. So now let's take a look at the animated post. All right, my creators. So now all we have to do is click right here on the top right-hand side and click on preview. And it's now going to preview our video or our post. So there it is. And oh, we had 2 pages, remember? So that's why it's showing that one too. But we don't need to see that one. So let's go back down here and let's delete that page. And now let's preview this again. In fact, let's do some more animations. Let's take this and let's roll or skate this one in. Let's skate that one in, and we're going to skate it that way. Love it. And let's say you wanted to add, a little picture, a strong person or something. So let's see. Strong woman. These are like little elements, little graphics that you can add in here. So let's see here. Let's put her on here. Okay. So with her, You could flip it around, you can edit it, you can also animate her. So let's animate her as well. So let's say she's going to maybe just blur. I don't know, let's see, what do we want to do? Let's do a succession maybe. Let's just do a succession with her. On enter, let's make the speed kind of slow so she comes in slower, but let's make it intense. And we are going to do an add-on effect and let's wiggle her. Okay, so now let's preview. Let's click preview. Okay, and there is your animated post. Okay, so this video is getting long. It's over 20 minutes, so I'm going to stop here, but we're going to continue in the next video. All right, my creators, I hope that you got something from this video. Don't forget to stay tuned because there will be more videos in this series, a lot more videos. So I hope that you definitely come back and visit. And also, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow and it helps more people to become creators like you and me, okay? So also leave a comment. I do answer all of the comments. And lastly, if you ever need any images or t-shirt designs or mug designs or tumbler designs, check out my website as well. I will leave that in the description as well. And did I mention my Facebook group? I think I did, but if I didn't, that link is in the description as well. And until we see each other again, just remember, the more we create, the less we hate. And I will see you in the next video.